Welcome to Stoic Pulse, where Stoic wisdom shapes a life of strength, clarity, and magnetic connection. Guided by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, we deliver daily rules and lessons to master your mind and forge authentic bonds. If you're ready to unlock a woman's deepest desires, stay with us. This journey will captivate you to the end. She seems untouchable, confident, independent, unmoved. Yet beneath her armor lie psychological triggers that spark irresistible attraction. Stoicism, as Epictetus taught, reminds us you have power over your mind, not outside events. Attraction isn't about chasing or flash. It's about mastering subtle cues that ignite her instincts. From a well-placed touch to the pull of mystery, these primal levers bypass logic, making her heart race and thoughts linger. Imagine commanding her attention effortlessly, your presence unforgettable. That's the Stoic edge. Today we unveil 10 psychological weaknesses to transform you into the man she craves. Rooted in Stoic discipline are these insights, from scarcity's chase to a voice that captivates, craft a magnetic aura. Whether she's a CEO or a free spirit, you'll spark desire naturally. Don't miss a moment. Your mastery awaits. Like, share, and comment. Type, "My presence captivates." Subscribe and hit the bell for daily Stoic wisdom. Stay stoic, and let's forge your irresistible strength together. Insight 1. The power of deliberate touch. Now that you're ready to unlock the psychological triggers that spark a woman's desire, let's begin with the first insight: the power of deliberate touch. While words can charm and status can impress, physical touch taps into a primal biological response that bypasses her logical defenses. No matter how independent she seems, a well-placed touch can unravel her control, igniting trust and desire she can't resist. Studies, like those in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, show touch increases oxytocin in women, fostering comfort and craving. Picture guiding her through a door, your hand lightly on her lower back as her pulse quickens, her thoughts shift, or brushing her wrist during a laugh, a fleeting contact that lingers in her mind. These moments aren't random. They're deliberate, sporadic, and confident, creating tension she feels instinctively. Unlike constant touching, which feels needy, or timid hesitance, which signals weakness, controlled touch projects strength and dominance. Think of the charismatic man who doesn't just talk. He leans in, grazing her hand to emphasize a point, or tucks a strand of hair behind her ear with ease. She's not just hearing him, she's feeling him, her senses awakened. The key is subtlety. A touch on her knee during a quiet moment, then pulling back, leaving her wanting more. This builds a subconscious connection, linking your presence to excitement and security. Mastering deliberate touch too means knowing when and how to act. Confident, never groping or overdone. It's about making her associate your touch with a spark she can't ignore. The next insight will explore how scarcity makes you irresistible, showing you how to become the man she chases by staying just out of reach. Insight 2. The scarcity principle. With the primal power of deliberate touch now in your grasp, let's move to the second insight: the scarcity principle. Women are irresistibly drawn to what's rare or hard to attain, a psychological truth that transforms how you're perceived. By making yourself less available, you ignite her desire, turning you from an option into an obsession she can't ignore. Psychologist Robert Cialdini's scarcity principle explains this. The less accessible something is, the more it's valued. If you're always texting, always free, showering her with attention, she takes you for granted, sensing you have no other priorities. But a man who's selective, unpredictable, or just out of reach, she craves him. Picture her ignoring the guy who's always at her beck and call, yet chasing the one who cancels a plan for a vague something came up. That mystery, that hint of unavailability, pulls her in. To wield scarcity, stay busy with your own life, work, passions, friends, so she knows you're not waiting on her. Treat her as one option among many, not the prize. If she's dismissive, don't chase. Step back, letting her feel your absence. When another woman shows interest in you, let her notice subtly. It sparks her competitive drive. The moment she fears losing you, her effort intensifies, as scarcity makes you a rare commodity. This isn't about games, it's about signaling value through independence. By being less predictable, you keep her guessing, her mind racing to win your attention. The next insight will reveal how emotional highs and lows hook her deeper, showing you how to create the unpredictable excitement that makes her emotionally addicted. Building on your growing mastery of attraction's psychological levers. Insight 3. Emotional contrast and excitement. Having harnessed the allure of scarcity to make her chase, let's explore the third insight, the power of emotional contrast and excitement. While stability may anchor a long-term bond, it's the thrill of emotional ups and downs that captivates a woman in the moment. By creating a roller coaster of feelings, you tap into her psyche, making her crave your presence in a way steady predictability never could. Psychologists note that dopamine spikes, which fuel excitement, surge during emotional fluctuations. A man who's too reliable risks boring her. She might respect him, but her heart won't race. Contrast this with the man who keeps her guessing. He's warm and playful one moment, then pulls back, leaving her wondering. He teases her, sparking laughter, then challenges her with a bold question. This unpredictability, absence followed by presence, humor mixed with intensity, creates an emotional hook she can't escape. She might not admit it, but the uncertainty excites her, keeping her thoughts tethered to him. Picture a man who texts her a witty remark, then goes silent for a day, reappearing with a casual, "Miss me?" Her emotions swing from curiosity to anticipation, binding her to him. Or he makes her laugh at dinner, then leans in with a serious, "What drives you?" shifting the mood. These contrasts make her feel alive, addicted to the rush he provides. To master this, balance presence and absence carefully. As seduction expert Robert Greene advises, don't be overly available, but don't vanish too long. Mix lighthearted moments with deeper ones, keeping her off balance yet engaged. The next insight will uncover how your vocal tone commands her attention, amplifying these emotional sparks to make her hang on your every word, deepening your magnetic pull. Insight 4. The command of vocal tone. With emotional contrast now fueling her excitement, let's turn to the fourth insight, the command of vocal tone. A woman's attraction isn't just sparked by what you say, but how you say it. Your voice, its depth, rhythm, and control, seeps into her subconscious, signaling confidence and authority that make her instinctively drawn to you. Mastering this subtle art amplifies the emotional pull you've already ignited. Research from the University of Aberdeen shows women prefer lower-pitched voices, associating them with dominance and strong genetics. But it's not just pitch, it's delivery. A slow, deliberate tone, punctuated by strategic pauses, conveys certainty, pulling her in without effort. Picture a man speaking with precision, his words measured, pausing before a key point to let anticipation build. She leans closer, hanging on his next syllable, her senses attuned to his rhythm. Compare this to rushed, nervous chatter, which betrays insecurity, or overly slow speech, which feels uncertain. Both kill the spark. Imagine you're sharing a story. Instead of blurting it out, you lower your voice slightly, speaking as if each word carries weight. When she asks a question, you pause, locking eyes, then answer with calm assurance. That silence, that control, creates tension she feels in her core. It's not about sounding polished. It's about projecting power. A well-timed pause before responding. Is that so? With a slight smile, makes her crave your next words. To wield this, practice speaking slowly, letting your voice resonate. Use pauses to build anticipation, especially during playful or intense moments. This vocal command deepens her attraction, making your presence undeniable. The next insight will explore how jealousy, sparked by competition, intensifies her desire, building on your growing mastery to make you the man she can't stop chasing. Insight 5. The spark of jealousy. With the commanding power of your vocal tone now drawing her in, let's explore the fifth insight. The spark of jealousy. A woman's desire intensifies when she perceives competition, as it signals your high value and triggers her instinct to pursue what others want. This isn't about manipulation. It's about leveraging her psychology to amplify attraction, making you a man she can't let slip away. Female psychology is wired for competition. A man who focuses solely on her risks, seeming like he has no other options, lowering his perceived worth. But when she notices other women vying for your attention, her desire surges. Imagine you're at a party and another woman laughs at your comment, touching your arm. She sees this, and suddenly her interest sharpens. She wants to claim you. This social proof, the subtle hint that you're in demand, flips the dynamic, making her the pursuer. To spark jealousy, cultivate an air of desirability without bragging. Let her see you engaging confidently with others, your charm natural and unforced. If you're texting, don't always reply instantly. Let her wonder who else might be capturing your time. If another woman compliments you in her presence, acknowledge it casually, like, "That's kind of her to say," without dismissing it. These moments plant a seed. You're a prize others value, and she needs to step up. The key is subtlety. Overt flaunting feels desperate, not desirable. By showing you're admired, you awaken her competitive drive, making her fight for your attention. The next insight will delve into building tension slowly, revealing how pacing and restraint create a chase that deepens her craving, further solidifying your magnetic presence in her mind. Insight 6. Building tension. Slowly, now that you've ignited her competitive desire through the spark of jealousy, let's move to the sixth insight. Building tension slowly, rushing to lock in her affection, whether by confessing feelings or pushing for commitment, kills the mystery that fuels attraction. Instead, a measured pace, laced with teasing and restraint, creates a chase that makes her crave you, tapping into her deep need for uncertainty and anticipation. Women thrive on the thrill of pursuit, much like the suspense in a gripping story. When you reveal too much too soon, answering every question or laying bare your emotions, you strip away the intrigue that keeps her hooked. Picture a man who flirts with a playful, "You're trouble, aren't you?" Then pulls back, leaving her to wonder about his intentions. Or he brushes her hand during a conversation, but doesn't linger, letting her yearn for more. This slow build, giving just enough to entice, then holding back, makes her feel she's earning your attention, which intensifies her desire. To master this, avoid the urge to overshare. If she asks about your day, offer a vague, "It was eventful," with a smirk, inviting her curiosity. In moments of connection, tease lightly. Say, "You're not ready for that story yet." Then shift topics. Physically, keep touch fleeting and deliberate, never rushing intimacy. This restraint creates a sweet spot of tension, where she questions, doubts, and chases to close the gap. By pacing yourself, you keep her engaged, her mind racing to unravel you. The next insight will uncover how crafting a fantasy through mystery makes her obsess over you, amplifying these triggers to ensure you remain the man she can't stop thinking about, deepening your magnetic allure. Insight 7. Crafting a fantasy with tension. Now simmering through your measured pace, let's explore the 7th insight. Crafting a fantasy. A woman's attraction isn't just sparked by your presence. It's amplified by the story she builds about you in her mind. By maintaining a veil of mystery, you ignite her imagination, making her obsess over you, even when you're not around. This subtle art ensures you linger in her thoughts, becoming a figure she can't fully grasp. Women don't fall for men solely based on facts or transparency. They are captivated by intrigue. When you over-explain your life, answer every question directly, or reveal your every thought, you leave no room for her to wonder. But a man who shares selectively, dropping hints without giving it all away, becomes a puzzle she's driven to solve. Picture her replaying your cryptic comment, "I've had some wild nights," or your playful dodge. You'll have to guess that one. Her mind fills in the gaps, painting you as larger than life, much like fans obsess over celebrities they've never met. To craft this fantasy, avoid laying everything bare. If she probes about your past, offer a vague, "I've got a few stories I'll save for later," with a sly grin. Keep your responses light but evocative. Say, "I'm not what I seem," and let her ponder. Your body language, tone, and occasional silence should hint at depth she can't yet access. This mystery isn't deceit, it's an invitation to chase the unknown. By leaving her imagination room to roam, you become unforgettable, her thoughts circling back to you. The next insight will reveal how confident leadership taps into her primal desire for a decisive man, building on this fantasy to make you the commanding presence she craves. Insight 8. The appeal of confident leadership. With her imagination now captivated by the fantasy you've crafted, let's delve into the 8th insight, the appeal of confident leadership. While modern women value equality, their primal instincts crave a man who leads with certainty, not as a dictator, but as a decisive guide. This leadership taps into a deep biological desire for strength and direction, making you a magnetic force she trusts and desires. A woman tests a man's resolve, pushing boundaries, challenging opinions to see if he'll waver. If you hesitate, constantly asking, "What do you want to do?" or seeking her approval, she senses uncertainty and attraction fades. But a man who decides with confidence, like saying, "We're trying this spot tonight," projects authority that feels safe and compelling. This isn't about control. It's about providing a clear path she can follow, allowing her to relax into her instincts. Picture a moment where she's indecisive about plans. Instead of deferring, you say, "I've got this. Let's go hiking Saturday morning," with a calm, assured tone. Or when she tests you with a sharp comment, you respond firmly but kindly. "I don't play those games," setting a boundary without anger. These actions show you're unshakable, a leader she can rely on. Her tests aren't cruelty. They're her way of confirming your strength, a trait tied to survival in ancient times. To embody this, make decisions decisively, even small ones, and stick to them unless reason suggests otherwise. Address her challenges directly, maintaining composure. Your body language, steady gaze, upright posture, should reinforce your certainty. This leadership makes her feel secure, deepening her attraction. The next insight will explore how emotional fluctuations create an addictive pull, amplifying your leadership to keep her hooked on the intense feelings you inspire, strengthening your irresistible presence. Insight 9. The emotional roller coaster. With your confident leadership now anchoring her trust, let's explore the 9th insight, the emotional roller coaster. Women may say they want calm, predictable relationships, but their hearts are drawn to men who stir intense emotions, excitement, jealousy, surprise, uncertainty. These fluctuations create a dopamine-driven addiction, making you the source of a thrill she can't resist, deepening the magnetic pull you've already established. Logic alone doesn't bind a woman to a man. Emotions do. A predictable guy, always agreeable and steady, earns her appreciation, but not her passion. In contrast, a man who evokes a spectrum of feelings keeps her captivated. Picture teasing her with a playful, "You're trouble," sparking laughter, then shifting to a serious, "What's something you've never told anyone?" Her emotions swing from joy to vulnerability, hooking her to the rush you provide. Or you disappear briefly after a warm encounter, leaving her curious, only to return with a bold, "Thought I'd give you a chance to miss me." This contrast, highs and lows, makes her crave your next move. To create this roller coaster, vary your interactions. One moment, be warm and engaging. The next, pull back slightly, letting her feel your absence. Surprise her with an unexpected gesture, like a spontaneous outing. Then challenge her with a provocative question. These shifts keep her off balance, her emotions tethered to you. The key is balance. Too much drama feels chaotic. Too little bores her. By mastering emotional contrast, you become her thrill, not just her comfort. The next insight will reveal how a masculine, protective presence triggers her desire to surrender, amplifying these emotions to make you the man she feels destined to belong to, solidifying your irresistible allure. Insight 10. The desire for masculine protection. With the emotional roller coaster now binding her to the thrill you inspire, let's uncover the 10th insight, the desire for masculine protection. Despite modern independence, women instinctively crave a man whose strength and presence make them feel safe and feminine. This isn't about control or possession. It's about a primal need for a confident, protective figure who allows her to surrender to her deepest desires, cementing your role as the man she can't resist. A masculine presence, steady body language, firm boundaries, a commanding mindset triggers her instinct to feel protected. Picture standing tall, your gaze unwavering as you calmly say, "I've got you," during a tense moment, or setting a boundary like, "I don't tolerate disrespect," with quiet conviction. These actions signal you're a shield, letting her embrace her femininity without fear. A weak man, nervous, apologetic, or unsure, can't unlock this. If she senses hesitation, she holds back, unable to fully trust or connect. Imagine guiding her through a crowded room, your hand on her back, exuding calm authority, or responding to her test like a sharp remark with a steady, "Let's keep this respectful." Your strength lets her relax, feeling she belongs to a man who can handle life's challenges. This surrender isn't submission. It's her choosing to lean into you, drawn by the security you radiate. To embody this, project the confidence through upright posture and deliberate movements. Set clear boundaries, addressing disrespect. Firmly but kindly, speak with assurance, letting your tone convey you're in control. This masculine protection makes her melt, her attraction rooted in instinct. The final insight will tie these triggers together, urging you to become the magnetic man who commands her heart, building on this protective allure to leave a lasting mark. Thank you for joining Stoic Pulse, where we've unveiled 10 psychological triggers: deliberate touch, scarcity, emotional contrast, vocal command, jealousy, tension, fantasy, leadership, emotional roller coasters, and masculine protection, to craft an irresistible presence. Guided by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, these Stoic-inspired insights ignite a woman's deepest desires, transforming you into a magnetic force. Epictetus taught, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." By mastering these levers, touch awakening senses, scarcity sparking pursuit, leadership earning trust, you create a captivating aura that lingers in her thoughts. Attraction flows from emotional impact, not chasing approval. Your stoic restraint, confident voice, and protective strength make you unforgettable, not just another suitor. Act now. Try a subtle touch, a playful pause, or a firm boundary today. Each step embodies the rare man she craves, rooted in self-mastery. Join our daily Stoic Pulse community. Subscribe for fresh wisdom. Like this video to affirm your path, share it to inspire others, and comment. Type, "My presence captivates," with your favorite trigger. Your journey to commanding desire continues. Stay stoic, pulse with purpose, and we'll see you next video.